Test, test, test. Test, test, test. You want to be in the video?
No.
You want to do yoga with me?
No.
I am Anita Goa. Welcome to my channel. This is the 9th and the second to last video in sharing with you my journey of healing an L4 herniated disc, sciatica, and mild spinal stenosis. In this video, I'm going to take you through some yoga poses that I feel have helped me a lot on this journey. It is basically just an extension of what I've shared with you in the other videos, and things are moving in the right direction. I hope that you'll find it helpful. Please let me know in the comments below, thumbs it up, and feel free to subscribe if you wish. I'll see you on the mat. We'll begin standing. Just make sure that you have a couple of yoga blocks next to you, and you can have a chair as well, which we'll just be using towards the end. Any kind of chair will be helpful. So start off with your feet about hip distance apart. Roll your shoulders back. Just notice how you feel today. Take a few deep inhales and exhales. You can place your hands in Anjali Mudra. Set an intention for yourself. And meet yourself exactly where you're at in this moment. Adjust yourself according to how you feel. Tune into your breath and into the asanas or the positions, and feel free to adjust yourself according to how you feel and not how I look. Just inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Good. Open your eyes. And interlace your fingers, right index finger on top of the left. Turn your palms to face out. Inhale, the arms up, root down into your feet. Feel the rib cage lifting up out of your hips. And then exhale, bend it over to the right. Try to anchor down into the left foot a little bit more to feel the stretch into your left side. And inhale to the center. And exhale, return back into Anjali Mudra. We'll do the other side. Interlace the left index finger on top of the right. Inhale, the arms up, rooting down, sending your shoulders down into their sockets. And then exhale, bending it over to the left. Try to root down into the right foot. Inhale to the center. And exhale, return back to Anjali Mudra. And this time, inhale, bend the knees a little bit, rise up, just with relaxed sort of seaweed arms. And then exhale, as you bend the legs, come into a standing cat, round your spine. Inhale, arch your spine into a standing cow. And then exhale, round into a cat and rise up. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale to standing cat. Inhale to standing cow. And then exhale, standing cat as you rise back up. I'm going to add on to this. Inhale, rise, reaching the arms up with soft arms. Exhale, standing cat. Inhale, standing cow. And then as you exhale, standing cat, shift the weight into the right leg as you lift the left leg up. And then find your full extension. Inhale, step the left foot back into a crescent lunge. Little balance involved there. And then exhale, open it up into a warrior two. Find your balance into the back leg and the front leg. Take a little gaze over the back arm and over the front arm. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior two. And then exhale into a triangle pose. And feel free to slide the hand down along your shin, or if you want to take a yoga block or two to support yourself, reach the left arm up and over the ear so that you feel the stretch into the left side body. And this is where my herniated disc is, so this always feels so good. This mat is a little slippery. It's my husband's mat. He bought it 3 years ago, has never used it. And I decided to pull it out today. It's a lovely color, but initially in the beginning they're quite slippery. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior two. And exhale into extended side angle. And now you can stay on your forearm, or if you want to go a little bit deeper if you feel, that's okay. Root into your back leg. And then feel like you're pressing through the feet, drawing the energy up through the feet and the legs, pelvic floor, abdomen, opening up the chest, and feeling a deeper stretch into the left side body. Good. And pivot the left heel off. Take your second block for a low lunge and step the left foot forward. Inhale, cow pose, and then exhale, round into cat. Press the floor away from you and rise up. Good, we'll do that again. Inhale, reach the arms up with soft, seaweedy arms. Exhale, standing cat. Inhale, standing cow. And then exhale for standing cat, round the spine as you shift the weight over into the left leg, lifting the right leg up. Find your full extension and step the left foot back into a crescent lunge, trying to make that transition as smooth as possible, opening up into a warrior two. And finding the balance between the front leg and the back leg. Take a little gaze over the back arm and the front arm. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reverse triangle. And then exhale into triangle. So again, you can slide your hand down along your shin or support your hand on the block. I like to just support my hand against the block and roll the navel and the heart up towards the sky. As you reach the arm up, you can look up, you can look to the side, or you can look down. So if your herniated disc is on your left side like mine is, make sure that you create space in the left side while you're stretching the right side. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior two. And exhale, extended side angle. So you can stay on your forearm, on the thigh, or again, if you feel like you have enough space for it, you can go a little bit deeper. But just remember, don't go deeper just for the sake of going deeper. Only if it feels right. So meet yourself exactly where you're at today. And pivot the right heel off. Lower the right hand to the block. Find a low lunge position. And take a little dip down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale to standing cat. And then exhale, round, standing cow, and rise up. Yeah, beautiful. So just gradually opening up the hips here. And now we can find tree pose, balancing into your left leg. And if you want to support yourself against the chair, feel free. Take a hold of the right ankle and place it wherever it can go inside your left thigh. Try to press the right foot and the left thigh against each other as you feel like you're drawing the energy up through the foot and the leg to the pelvic floor, abs, heart. You can find the Anjali Mudra, or if you want to, you can branch out. You can put your index finger and your thumb together. Just rise up, yeah. Rise up. So good. Return back to standing position. Yay. And let's do the second side. So balance into the right leg, draw the left knee in, take a hold of the ankle wherever you can. Place the foot anywhere along your right inner thigh. Just make sure it's not on your knee. Press the foot and the thigh against each other, and then feel the energy drawing up through the foot, the leg, the pelvic floor, the abs, the heart. And choose any arm position that works for you. And again, you can always support yourself against a wall or a chair. Great, and return back to center or Tadasana. Lovely. Ankle to knee pose. So we're going to place the right ankle on top of the knee, like at the bottom of the thigh, bending the leg like you're doing a little fierce pose or squat. You can take your chair here and support yourself on the chair. So you want to allow your hips to draw back like you would in a squat or the fierce pose, and let your chest and upper body move forward. And at the same time, you're allowing the right knee to move down towards the floor. All right, so you want to see if you can find a position where the ankle and the knee are sort of in the same plane. And this way you'll feel a deep stretch into the outer upper hips, outer part of the leg. And then from here you can work your way just as far down towards the floor as you feel that you can. You know, use these props to support yourself. Breathe in fully. Exhale completely. Good, and gradually come up. So I find this one so helpful, and it's basically the same as the one we do on the floor. Yeah, it really helps the sciatic nerve a lot. So I'm going to do it on my left side, which is where I have the sciatic discomfort, let's call it. And again, just meet yourself exactly where you're at right now. And even if you don't have sciatic pain, I've just found this one to be so helpful. And what is so interesting is that all of these positions, you know, I've done for years and years, but now, having been injured, I really see the profound benefit of them. Very simple positions, but yet so profoundly helpful. Oh, sometimes that's what it takes. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, and then slowly make your way back up to a standing position, Tadasana. Ooh, yay. We're going to move into eagle pose. So we bend both of our legs into a gentle, fierce pose. Open the arms to the side, lifting the right leg, drawing up into the core. So very much like that cat's spine that we had in the transition, to step back into crescent lunge, and then cross the right leg on top, double cross if you can. You really squeeze your inner thighs together. Cross the left elbow on top of the right, lift the elbows, drop the shoulders, roll it back. All right, so as you squeeze the inner thighs together, you'll feel a stretch into the outer upper hips, IT band down the outside of the leg. And if you're fine with it, exhale as you descend forward. Again, you can always support yourself on the chair. You can avoid doing the arms and just focus on the legs. And then press away and come all the way up and see if you can fly out of it like an eagle. Ooh. Feels good to be able to do that again. This is where I see that I've improved tremendously. And that's such a good feeling. Let's bend and repeat it on the other side. So a little fierce pose, a little squat, open the arms, lift the left leg so you get a little bit of like that Karate Kid, that little cat spine to connect into the core, and then cross the left leg on top, double cross if you can. Yes, and I can now do that without helping my leg to get into it. Cross the right arm on top of the left, lift the elbows and roll the shoulders back. Stay here, or exhale, feel free to hinge it forward. Oh, it's just fun to see how you progress, where you progress. You know, what starts to feel better, feel more at ease compared to a week ago, a month ago, 6 months ago. And that's what we have to hold on to, just those tiny little changes that happen, because it adds up over time. Good, and slowly, gradually come out of it. And return back to earth. Yay, shake out a little bit. And now we'll open to the side for an intense leg stretch. Take your blocks with you. You're going to open up your legs as wide as you can. Just put the blocks in front and descend as far forward as you can. So you can place your hands on the blocks. Of course, if you rather want to use a chair, you can also use a chair, which I shared in the chair yoga flow. And if you find that you can go deeper into it, just very gradually descend forward. And here you'll feel deep stretch into the calves and the hamstrings. It's also a good release onto the back. So I like to really root down into the feet, feel the energy drawing up through the legs and the pelvis drawing towards the sky, and then allowing and letting the head and the torso drop down towards the floor. So there's a little bit of that traction that happens in the spine. Good. We're going to lift up and walk over to the left, and you can use the blocks to walk your way to your left. Now, I'll be facing away from you, but if you want to walk to the other side, that's fine too. We're going to lower the right knee into the floor. Toe heel the left foot a little bit towards the outer edge of the mat, and you can place your hands in the center on the blocks. Allow the hips to draw forward, lifting your chest. Now you can stay here, or if you want to, you can reach the left arm up. So you're adding on a little bit of a twist, getting a stretch there into the right psoas, the front of the hip, and the quadricep. And if you feel like you have space for it, you can bend your right leg. Take a hold of the foot. Just allow the hips to draw forward, lifting your chest. And again, it's a deep stretch for the quadricep. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, and slowly to release, curl the back toes under, lift the knee, come back into that low lunge position, draw up into the core, so around the spine a little bit like you have a bit of a cat stretch. Toe heel the left foot towards the center, and then gradually work your way back to the front. Okay, so just using the blocks as a good way for leverage, so that you're constantly creating space in the spine for that herniated disc to heal and find a new normal. You can lower the back knee into the floor, toe heel the right foot to the outer edge of your mat, keeping the blocks in the center. So again, you can stay here depending on how your psoas feels, your left hip and quad feels. You can reach the arm up. And you can also bend your left leg. Yeah. So it has definitely been a huge progression to be able to again do this. It's been months and months and months. So this is how I know that I have progressed. So even though I was able to do it, then I wasn't able to do it. And I often define yoga as being able to do something that you previously were not able to do. So that shows progress. Beautiful. Okay, release and curl the back toes under, lift the knee, toe heel the right foot back to the center, and then arms are shoulder distance apart. We're going to round the spine again like that cat stretch, draw up into the core, press into the feet, lift the right leg off, and step back into a downward facing dog. All right, so using the blocks for our downward dog. Now if you want to go higher onto the blocks or lower onto the blocks or not use the blocks, that is completely up to you. Just find the extension of the spine, feel the heels moving towards the floor. And actually here it's okay if your heels are touching, it's okay if they're not touching. Good, then inhale, wave it into a plank pose. Then exhale, lower the knees to the floor. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Press into the feet. Your knees can either be off the floor or you can keep them on the floor. Just lift the chest, open up. And then exhale, knees on the floor, draw up into the core and come into a tabletop position. And then send your hips back into a child's pose. So knees can be open and you can lower the elbows into the floor, palms together, resting your forehead on the floor. You can also, if you want to, keep your elbows on the blocks with your forehead in between the blocks. And rest that way. And you might feel a deeper stretch into your chest, triceps and shoulders. But regardless of which position you choose, allow the hips to draw back into the heels and feel the elbows drawing forward so you continue that traction of your spine. Slowly come out of it. You know, if you want to use the blocks or not is up to you. Trying the downward facing dog, curling the toes under, draw up and back. Good. We're going to inhale, lift the heels, lifting the right knee, and exhale, slide the leg into a pigeon position. Setting ourselves up, coming onto the fingertips, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders open. You can point the back foot. And then exhale, descended forward. So I won't descend all the way forward just because of my mic, but feel free to do so. You can also place your forehead onto a block, make yourself comfortable so that you're not putting any effort into your upper body, but just allowing your upper body to drop into the hip so that you get that deep stretch into the right glute. You know, into the piriformis, that muscle that's right in the middle of the glute. And that's often where the sciatic nerve can also feel trapped, if your sciatic pain doesn't come from a herniated disc. Good, then press the floor away from you to come up. And now we're going to sit down onto the right sitting bone. And we swing the left leg to the front. Then we're going to cross the right foot to the outside of the thigh. You can level off your hips. Feel free, if you have one of these foamy blocks, you can use that. You can use a pillow or, losing my words, of course, or blanket to elevate your hips. Your left leg can be extended, but you can also bend the left leg in if you want to. So now what you want to try to do is draw the right leg as close to your chest as you can, wrapping the left arm around your thigh, sitting up tall. And you can start off with holding on to your elbows or holding on to your hands and feeling the stretch into the piriformis right in the middle of the buttocks, also the outer part of the thigh and the upper hip. So you can sit here and hold this, or if you want to, you can also add on a little rotation. But make sure that both of your sitting bones are grounded. Inhale, lengthen to your spine, and exhale, rotation. Great, and release. You can do a little open twist. All right, now we're going to lean over to the left side and swinging the right leg to the back and adjusting the hips so that we're leveled, pointing the back toes. You can come onto your fingertips, lifting, rolling the shoulders open. So it's very similar to an upward facing dog, like a baby cobra. And then from there, exhale, descend it forward. And the same thing on this side. I won't go all the way down, but yeah, it took me some time to be able to do pigeon pose again. And then as things got better, then pigeon pose started to feel good again. But if it doesn't feel good at all, feel free to do just the ankle to knee pose on your back. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, and press the floor away from you, come up. Then lean over to the left hip a bit as you slide the right leg forward. And then extend the right leg, cross the left foot to the outside of the right thigh. So you can keep the right leg extended, elevate your hips if you need to, or bend the right leg. Level off your seat, draw the left leg as close to your chest as you can, root into the left foot, and wrap the right arm around your thigh. On this side, because this is that side where I always feel it in my hip and in the sciatic nerve, I like to take my thumb into the hip crease and draw down to remind myself to lift up a little bit more, to continuously create space. And here you'll feel it in the outer part of your thigh, upper part of the hip, and of course as a spinal twist as well. If you want to release that left arm and open it up into a twist, feel free, but make sure that you press the thigh against your chest. Good, and release. Yay! Then lean back, extend the legs, and just massage your legs out a little bit. Sometimes I like just to wiggle a little bit side to side, just to put the muscles back into place. Now we're going to bend the left leg. Now you can keep your chair in front of you. The left leg is bent, so the sole of the foot is in the inner thigh, similar to the tree pose. We rotate and open to the left. Your right hand can go to the left thigh. So make sure here that you sit up tall, and then lift the left arm, and from there just very gradually bend over to the side. And then what I like to do is to hold on to the top of the chair. So the important thing here is, as you're bending sideways, is that you maintain that rotation. So holding on to the knee to help you to sort of be able to peek from underneath the arm is very helpful. So it's not how far and how deep you move into this. The key is to feel that you can anchor down into the left hip and feel that deep stretch into the side body, like your rib cage is being moved out of your hips. Breathe in and breathe out. And sometimes I stay here for a good minute. And it's been so helpful. Great. And gradually come up. And now we're going to rotate to the right. So left hand to the right thigh, right arm behind, and then from there, exhale, descend it forward. So your left hand can take the outside of the thigh, and you can stay here. If you need to use a strap, feel free to use a strap as well. So this way we continue to stretch the left side of the spine. And if you feel like you have the range of motion, you can keep descending forward, either continuing to have your right hand next to you, or you can cross the right wrist on top of the left as you fold forward. Now you'll continue to feel the stretch into the left side of the spine while also getting into the hamstring. Yeah, and slowly come up. Extending the left leg out. And it's good just on your own to hold these positions a little bit longer, for like up to a minute. Sit up tall, rotate to the right. Left hand to the thigh, right arm behind you. Sit here. Just find your position so that you're fully extended. And then exhale, bending. You can support your head also. And then just pull the chair towards you so that your upper arm has something to support against. And feel yourself peeking from underneath the arm, but not with your head, with your torso. Anchor down into the right hip. Good. Slowly come up, back into the rotation. And then we rotate to the left. And from here, exhaling over the left leg, right hand can go to the outside of the foot, holding there a bit. Your left hand next to you. Just noticing how that is. Stay and take a few breaths, continuing to feel the stretch into the right side of your spine. And if you feel okay with moving a little bit further into it, or however you need to adjust yourself, meet yourself where you're at today. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, and gradually come up. Yay, and extend the right leg out. Good. All right, feel free to lie down a little bit, round your spine as you roll down very, very, very gradually. Just let your lower, middle, and upper back settle in. Keep your feet together. Rotate your legs to the right. Just feel that stretch into the outer upper hip, into the left side. Okay, draw in through the navel as you squeeze your legs together. Come back to the center and then rotate to the left. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. Draw it in and lift the legs up. Good. Now if you want to rest into a Shavasana for a moment, give yourself a few moments in final relaxation pose. I hope that this has been helpful and that you feel good and open, like you can move freely. Let me know in the comment box below. Thumbs it up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video, which is the last video of the series. Have a great day.